Okay, hi, I'm Mark Lightfoot from SnowOnly, and today we are with Alexandra and Celine from Cimalpes in Serre Chevalier, if I've pronounced that correctly. Welcome to our podcast. Alexandra, Celine, why don't you, for someone that doesn't know the area so well, and I'm a little bit unfamiliar with the area, can you give us kind of a brief overview of the ski area, the height, etc., so we can paint a picture of where you are?
Absolutely, Mark. I'm Alexandra, and I will talk about Serre Chevalier. It's an awesome ski spot in the French Alps, right in the old Alps. It's in the southern Alps in France. It's not like those purpose-built resorts you might see elsewhere. Instead, it's got that classic Alpine village. Serre Chevalier is one town and 3 villages, and it's an authentic village vibe. I think we can explain like that.
Okay.
You've got some old buildings, narrow streets, and it's all along the Gizan Valley, so that's quite nice.
Yeah.
The ski area is over 250 kilometers of slopes, gathering to everyone from beginners to experts. You've got gentle slopes, but you also have serious off-piste terrain, and that's why the ski area is very nice for everyone. And the most slopes are up to 2,000 meters of altitude, so we always have snow here from December to April, and that's why Serre Chevalier is the first ski area of the Haute-Alpes.
What height are you? What height are you at?
We are at 1,500 meters, the village of Modernity, and we can go up to 2,700 meters.
Okay. Can you? I had a look at the piece map earlier just to give it some perspective. So you're spread along a valley, or you're purpose built on the mountain?
Along the valley.
Okay. So which if as you enter the valley, what's the first town that you would get to?
The first town is Briançon.
Yeah.
And then you've got the first village, which is Saint-Chaffray, and the ski area close to Saint-Chaffray is Chantemerle.
Okay.
And then you've got the second village, which is La Salle-les-Alpes.
Okay.
And then the third one, which is where we are today, where the agency, the office is, called Le Monétier-les-Bains.
So this is quite interesting. So already we've kind of picked up on something. So what is the area of Serre Chevalier then? This encompasses all those towns?
Absolutely. You can go skiing from Briançon, from Chantemerle, from La Salle-les-Alpes, or from Le Monétier-les-Bains. You have many start area to go skiing over there, all along the valley.
And what's the distance? What's the length of the valley?
20 kilometers.
Yeah, 25 kilometers.
Okay, so would you say it was similar to Chamonix, or not really?
I think it's more flat than Chamonix, because Chamonix has got the Chamonix town, and then Argentière, and then you get, and it go higher and higher. And in the Chamonix Valley, you don't have just one resort; you have many resorts, and you can go from Le Brévent to Les Grands Montets to Le Tour just by skiing. Here we just can ski passes, and we can go from an area to another. So this is why it is quite huge.
Okay, so you've got quite a long spaced out town, but interconnecting ski lifts. So you've got one ski area, but a long town.
Yeah, exactly.
And you look after the entire get my words out, the entire valley for real estate?
I mean, for the rental part, we are just staying in Monetier-les-Bains.
No, not for the rentals. For real estate, for sales in real estate, you look after the entire valley. Yes,
absolutely, from Briançon to Le Monetier-les-Bains.
So then you must see a real. This is quite interesting for me. So do you see a real disparity of prices? Where's the hot spot? It's not like if we're looking, for example, who did I speak to the other day? If you look at I can't even think. If you look at Val Thorens, for example, it's one congregated resort, so you only have to obviously focus on that area in terms of price per square meter. But as you are spread along the valley, you must see a lot of change in terms of prices and location for where people want to be. Would that be correct?
That is correct. Yes. The villages are not don't have the same popularity. I don't know if it's in English.
Yes, correct. Yeah. That's
thanks. Sorry for my English.
Sorry for my French.
And many people enjoy Monetier-les-Bains, where we are, because it's village who lived during all year long, and we have the spa, Les Grands Bains, and it's very nice to come here because you've got the authentic village, the mountain just all over you, and you feel the nature, and that's what people are looking for when they come here. But if you change the village, you have some village which are more maybe dynamic, just because they have Club Med or UCPA, and in France it gives dynamic to the valley. And you have another one which is more popular because it's the start of the ski club or something like that. So it changed the price per square meter for the buildings or the chalet, or you're right. Yeah.
So just can you kind of explain to me and anyone that's listening in terms of what the kind of demand is and how the resort works? Do you offer many ski and ski out chalets, or is it something that's all within walking distance? And with that, what's the kind of price per square meter where it works along the valley, and kind of like the best places to purchase? I know it's a lot of questions, but I'm trying to build a picture for you.
I try to get step by step.
We are listening. We are ready.
Okay, the first one was pardon, I'm just losing my words. Pardon. What was your first question?
Do you offer more like ski and ski out apartments?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
How does the kind of dynamic of the resort work in terms of what people want to purchase?
Here the valley and the villages are historic villages. So the people who lived here years and years ago, they were living in the village, but there were no ski area. So the ski area came after the villages. So we do not have many chalet ski in, ski out. It's not the first thing here. We have shuttles, village shuttles, and the valley shuttle, which allowed you to go from Briançon to Monetier. But we don't have ski in, ski out here because the valley is not built like that. By the way, it offers us a beautiful view. When you are in the chalet or in the apartment, you can have a beautiful panoramic view, and because of the valley construction, you know.
Yeah. So what's the price per square meter along the valley? That kind of what prices are you operating at?
It's quite it's quite huge because you have old buildings, really old buildings, and you've got beautiful new chalet just built many years ago, and you have maybe, if I can give you something, I can tell from 4,000 euros per square meter to 7,000 euros per square meter, and you can go up to that, maybe to 10,000 per square meter for a beautiful chalet, a new built one.
And sorry, just so I can interrupt you there, just because this is really interesting. So, what would you typically get for 4,000 euros a square meter? Would it be something that needs renovation, or is it something that's a little bit older in its style?
For 4,000 euros per square meter, you'll have something quite old, and you will need to renovate it.
Okay.
And it depends on the location too. So you can have something very, very old, but the location is very nice, so it's 4,000 per square meter. Or you can have something quite renovated, but a little bit away from, far away from the center of the villages or the lifts.
Okay. And then if you look at the other end of the scale, if you're looking up to, say, 10,000 euros a square meter, as you said, what are you typically getting for that? Is it a renovated property that's now a bit more modern?
Absolutely. You've got for that price a beautiful chalet, new built one, or really recently renovated one. They are usually on the south border of the valley, and you're quite far away from the ski area, but you've got the beautiful view and the south exposition. So this is about what you can have for that price. A beautiful price.
Let me just ask you one thing before we have a bit chat about the rentals. But so what's happening in the market at the moment? If you were going there in the market, is there still land opportunities available to buy? Or is there no land opportunities available and people are now renovating older buildings because the market is now moving, or the demand in the market is now moving for something that maybe has a traditional external feature on the property but modern interior? Is that how you see it going?
You know, here the town don't want people building a chalet everywhere. They allow the construction or the reconstruction where the whole buildings were. So éviter le maillage, comment on pourrait dire? Éviter que ça se construise partout. Oh, to avoid overbuilt.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So this is what the town mayors wants. So today you don't have many lands to build in.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Built on.
Yeah.
The point is you will renovate an old house, and the house a few years ago has got a big land,
Sure.
and you can build bigger on the land, but you don't have many lands to build on today.
Okay, so the market in the valley is pretty much, if you want to something that more modern, generally you would buy something at, for example, 7,000 euros a square meter. I assume it's reasonably easy to renovate there, and then you pay an extra 2,000-3,000 to renovate inside, and that's how you get to the price point of around 10,000 euros a square meter. And do you see quite a lot of people doing that now? Is that something that's happening at the moment?
Yeah. We just had a client who did that a few years ago. So yes, this is in Serre Chevalier. In that moment, we are we are here. People are coming, buying something old and rebuilding it in new, more modern, more open to the outside with big windows or something like that, you know. And then they rent their chalet or apartment, or they sell it.
So for anyone that's, because we get a lot of people through SnowOnly, we get a lot of people that are looking for traditional resorts with authentic buildings. So that would definitely be what Serre Chevalier is like, right? But then now we'll obviously see a lot more where the internal structure of the building is changing, and I assume that then over to Celine. This is my segue to Celine. I assume that has then an impact on the rentals, does it? Are people now wanting something a little bit more modern rather than the old style buildings?
Yeah, absolutely. We can see now this is what they're looking for. And of course, they will put the price for. And in Serre Chevalier, we have this dynamic. Of course, it's responding to the demand. During the ski season, the market is robust, and they try to be more and more dynamic.
Yes.
During the summer, we will see together. Also, there is a lot of things to do here, but even during outside of the holiday, the French holiday, we can see, of course, a lot of people coming. And if you have a beautiful apartment or chalet, of course, you will optimize the chance to rent it.
And do you see that it's a lot of... Hey everybody, sorry to interrupt the video briefly. If you're enjoying the content that we are providing, please remember to like, share and subscribe. If you are after a ski property to purchase, please go over to snowonly.com. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest. What kind of a demographic of persons coming in to buy or rent? Are you looking at maybe more families because you have a ski domain that kind of caters to everyone? What kind of buyers or renters do you have coming into the resort?
For the rental part, we have a lot of family, especially during the winter. Then the summer, we can have some people who love doing sports because it's famous, for example, for the road biking, as we have the Tour de France, for example. So during the winter, it's a lot of family, for sure. Okay,
so for the rentals, just to stick on that for a second, you take care of the rentals, do you? So if someone is buying a property or a renovated property, first of all, what's the typical property that gets rented? Is it easier to rent a studio or a one-bedroom, or is it easier to rent a four-bedroom?
It will be easier to have, for example, 3 or 4 bedroom because of the family.
Sure.
I think the studio, it will change because, as we say earlier, we have these people with like a higher demand for something, let's say, more comfortable. So the studio, I don't think it's something with like changing now. We can offer like a better service for the 3 or 4 bedroom. And this is the demand anyway. So I think it's one of the best choice if we want to rent it and having a higher return on investment.
So just so we can kind of paint the picture in its entirety. So if you're a buyer looking at the moment, the best opportunity in the ski area would be to find maybe a property of a, say, 3 or 4 bedroom that needs a renovation, go through that renovation process. So then you obviously find appreciation the other side. And then if you want to, then you can rent it out because people are after more modern 3 or 4 bedroom properties. Would that make sense?
Yeah, for me, makes sense. Yeah, absolutely.
It makes sense for me too. Here we have, this is not, in France we say ex nihilo ski area. This is not something new built for the ski area. So the buildings are quite wide, and here we don't need to buy a studio to have something in the ski area in the valley. We have apartment. We have that here. You can buy something quite a little bit bigger than a studio for maybe the same price, comparing to another Savoie ski area like Val Thorens maybe, or you just talked about that. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. So let's just move on to a little bit of the. I understand in terms of the market. So, what do you see? Kind of like, I guess it's a similar question. Are they kind of developing the infrastructure of the resort? Is there kind of plans moving forward, or at the moment the kind of main activity is the renovation of the property? Is there kind of development within the ski area? Is there new things coming to town like sport facilities or etc.? Or are they trying to keep it just as an authentic traditional resort, and that's pretty much as it is?
I will say they are doing a lot of effort, especially for the summer part.
Okay, the summer is where they're putting their thought process into.
Yeah, exactly, because they know, and we know, there is like a market to have. Especially now with the global warming, we are close to the south France. So if this very warm there, we are just 2 hours from the south. So we will have something to play here, like to have this new market. And they are doing a big effort on it, which is like the resort or even here the village or the town.
So just to answer the question, so has Serre Chevalier always been a summer town, or are they trying to evolve into a summer town?
Serre Chevalier has always been summertime, but they are improving that, and they are doing more things for that. For example, the infrastructure of the ski lifts and everything, they are renovated it quite often, and all to allow people, pedestrian, to go in the ski area, even in summer. So they can go hiking there, they can go biking there, and it's to give the opportunity to the tourists to do more and more things during summer. A few years ago, they built a zip line, and you have tricycle activities in the mountains, and they are really doing things for the summer activities.
Yeah. So it was interesting because I had a chat the other day with I can't remember his name. I think it's Arthur in Val Thorens, and he was saying that there's not much of a summer activity because of the fact that they're at 2,400 meters. So it's still relatively cold, which is something that I didn't really think about before because I assumed everyone would do that. But obviously at 1,500, you still get some decent weather in the summer, and because you're a town before you're a ski resort, then it obviously caters a lot for the summer.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very different than Val Thorens for sure. The summer it's pleasant. As I was saying, during the day it's warm, and then the evening we can enjoy and having decent temperature. Which is very important as we are very close to the south of France.
And just you say, just so we can fully understand, where's the closest airport to you, and what's the access into Serre Chevalier like?
You have the Torino airport. Quite many of English people I know are coming from that airport, so you can.
So they fly to Italy.
Yeah. And you have an airport at Grenoble. Grenoble is close to Serre Chevalier, and from Grenoble or from Torino, you have 1 hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of driving if it's crowded. But we're quite you know, that's amazing, because it is a natural valley. We are very it's quiet here, but you just have to drive 2 hours and you're here. So that's what is very nice in Serre Chevalier, because you're in the quiet land. You don't see about big cities or big buildings or everything. And you just have to drive few hours to be here.
Yeah. I have two questions on the market, actually. So one of them is for both of you. So for a typical buyer coming in today, are they asking a lot about the ROI in terms of the rental income that they can achieve on their property? And is that something that you can give them a decent ROI? Or is it purely that people are buying there because it's an authentic traditional resort with easy access? So they're just after lifestyle. What kind of demand are you getting from people?
I think the second one.
Yeah, I think we will have the second one.
You think you're just kind of after lifestyle because it's an authentic resort, and there isn't such. So in terms of obviously from a rental side of it, people just want to rent it out enough to cover their costs rather than to get, I don't know, 5% net return on their property.
Yeah, sorry. Here, I would say the ROI won't be like in Val Thorens, as you say, Val Thorens, for example. We can have 2-3% if the person is not here during the winter, or like we have to break the price to make sure we can rent it. But we don't have this type of people. I don't think so.
We have many people who are coming here are searching for mountaineering spirit, and they are they really enjoy coming in their apartment or chalet too. They are coming here. They want to have profitability but they want to live in their apartment too. Do you understand? Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, for sure. But I think the fact that it's a very good price per square meter allows a lot of people to be able to purchase there. Apart from, if you look at the likes of Courchevel or whatever it is, I understand that they're different resorts, but you're looking at probably 30,000 euros a square meter, and you're talking on average between 4 and 10, so anywhere between, say, 6,000 to 8,000 euros a square meter is achievable. So for 100 square meter property, it's going to be between 600,000 to 800,000 euros. Is that about right?
Yeah, it's a good value for your money here. Yeah, absolutely.
And do you see that the price point is moving up slightly once the people have kind of renovated the properties? Has that kind of resale market come in yet, that you've managed to sell some of the, let's say, renovated properties for higher prices? Do you see the market moving up in that sense?
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. The market is moving up because many people are coming, many people are coming here and are doing that renovation thing. The market is going up because we have many sports events too, and the valley is quite dynamic, and I think both season, winter and summer, are offering cultural things and sports events, and you always have something in Serre Chevalier. We've got the culture because of Vauban, and we are at the UNESCO for the town of Briançon. So
really?
Everyone can find what they want here, from sport to culture to relaxing time in the spa in Monetier, or around the little lake we have here. So I think this is why Serre Chevalier is growing up.
Yeah. So I will ask this question, but only to rule it out. I assume then there is a lot more outright freehold purchases. You don't offer any leaseback opportunities there, do you? It doesn't seem like it's that resort, but I'll ask the question anyway.
No, I mean, no, we do not have this structure here.
Wow, yeah.
Especially in Cimalpes, we do not.
Okay, that's interesting, because a lot of resorts seem to have this leaseback structure, but you can tell by the way with the older chalets that it's not necessary, because there's no new properties that are being built close to the slopes. It's all renovations. So if you want an outright freehold purchase, then that's your market, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the last one I have is in terms of the market, in terms of how long things come on the market for. How liquid is the market? If you're a seller or if you're a buyer coming into the market, how quickly do you need to react to properties that come on that are, let's say, more appealing? How long do they tend to stay on the market for?
We just talk about the season things. You get two big seasons, winter and summer, and you can. By the way, the time can be very short if the price is all right, and you can sell quite quickly if during those seasons. By the way, if you want to be a little bit more, if you want a little bit more than the market, you have to be more patient. We have that things, but the summer is a good season for that too. We really have two seasons, two high season to sell here. If we talk about the liquidities, it depends on what you're selling. Prime spots like the exposition or the location. This is not the same for every buildings or every chalet or every apartment. And as we are not in a ski area like Val Thorens, as you said, we have many location with many different locations. We have hamlets, so some people are searching for quiet and calm, but others want to be in the central of the station or of the village, and it depends on. You have to find the perfect buyer for your property, and because we have many things to think about, it can be very quick if you've got the perfection, the diamond, but it can be quite longer if you want to be up to the market, or if you have something less with a less demand.
Yeah, and just to touch on that. What would you say are let's, for example, say the top 3 areas of where you get most demand from buyers?
Les 3 endroits, c'est ça, le mieux. You've got the central village of Monetier.
Okay.
Because people want to park the car and doesn't want to take it during the week.
Okay.
So this is one. The second one is the hamlets, because the hamlets are very quiet. The hamlets, you've got chalet in the hamlets, so you've got a different habitation, and that's a second demand. and the third one maybe is in another village, because you can have a beautiful chalet just close to the central village. Monetier is quite
spread out.
Yeah, other villages are more not narrow, but more concentrated. Yeah, more packed. So this is the three, I think, spots. Very nice. Central of Monetier, Hamlets, and maybe Saint-Chaffray, Chantemerle.
Okay, so if I gave you a budget of, let's say, 500,000-600,000 euros, where would you purchase?
600,000. I think I buy something to renovate in the central of Monetier.
Just because obviously there is quite a high percentage of properties that go through this renovation process. Just if anyone wanted to purchase, let's say, and do the renovation, how does Cimalpes assist with that? And is it easily accessible? And what is the rough cost per square meter of renovations? Is it like 2,000-3,000 euros a square meter? Where are the people that do the renovations? Are they in resort? I guess the question is, how easy is it to renovate in Serre Chevalier?
I think for 1,500 euros per square meter to 2,000 euros per square meter, you can renovate you can do a very good renovation. For example, if you have 1,500 euros per square meter for renovation, you can renovate the bathrooms, the kitchen. You can do it fresh paint and doing a reorganization of the apartment. For 2,000 euros per square meter, maybe you can open windows. You can reorganize. But if you buy a really old building and you have to renovate the roof and something like that, it will be up to 2,000 euros per square meter.
But to be fair, it's not even without sounding crass with money, but if you get into a property that's authentic on the outside in a traditional resort that is, and please correct me if I'm wrong here, but anywhere between, let's say, 4,000 to 6,000, 7,000 square meters that you can purchase, and then have a full renovation, let's say, take it to extreme up to, let's say, 3,000 euros a square meter, you're still only at 10,000 euros a square meter, and you would get a authentic traditional building on the outside and a fully renovated property in the middle. That seems like still pretty good value for money, no?
Yeah, absolutely. That's very that's something people are looking for. Absolutely.
Yeah,
because you get the location. The location of the building is very good, and you've got all the modern amenities inside and all the modern things, and that's what people are looking for.
And you still obviously have the land sizes as well. You have decent land plots, right, for most properties.
Not in the central village.
Not in
the central village. In the hamlets, yes.
In the hamlets, yeah. Okay. I mean, that seems like a very good summary of the ski area, and it sounds like it's got a lot of potential. Do you have many of these chalets available at the moment? How many do you have that are for sale?
We don't have many chalets at the moment because I just sold one. Cimalpes here is Cimalpes here is just in Monetier for 8 months. So we're quite new here, and the rental part is very, very attractive. The real estate part is becoming attractive. So we are arriving.
Good. So just my last question, actually, just to pick up on something you said earlier. Do you tend to sell more properties in the summer or then in the winter?
In the winter.
You still sell more properties in the winter, even though it's more difficult to get access to the properties, or is that not really an issue?
The selling part is bigger in the winter because many people are coming here and they take time to visit the apartments, to come and to enjoy the winter season. And in the summer we have many people, but I think the winter season is a little bit higher than the summer one.
Yeah. Well, look, guys, thank you so much for. I don't know how we always do this, but we've been speaking for 40 minutes. We seem to kind of fly through this stuff. But thank you very much for all your input. So I guess we have a very good summary of Serre Chevalier and what opportunities are available. You obviously offer your rental part as well. So if you want to do the rentals, but I guess in summary, it does sound like a very traditional, authentic resort that if you have the ability to be able to take the time to do renovation, that seems like the best option for potential buyers and investors looking into Serre Chevalier. Plus, you have the old town style, which I think a lot of people are after. So it sounds like it's got enormous potential, and I can see why you've put an office there.
Thank you, Mark. I think you resumed perfectly.
But yeah, well, I'm trying to create these pictures, and it's very interesting from my point of view to see all the different things, the different what the resorts are offering in terms of real estate, in terms of investment, in terms of value for money, and there's a real disparity between different resorts, and there is a lot of demand for I think these authentic traditional ski resorts, which is why Chamonix still gets a lot of attention, although it's a very, very spaced out valley. But you have the kind of interconnected, and I think that maybe it just takes a little bit more marketing to get people to understand Serre Chevalier and get people to go there in the summer. So I guess for the people that are listening, Celine will put your contact details. So for anyone that's renting, can contact you. You can rent.
Absolutely.
Pass on to Alexandra, and then you can show them the properties that are available this summer.
Yeah, with pleasure.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Pleasure. Take care.